Rocking with PetTeaBlog.com.
It's your boy Silk D-O-double-G, and you are now watching the PetTeaBlog.
I can't be on the PetTeaBlog.
Petty and tea.
Petty.
So they already know that I'm dropping the tea. So let's get right into it. So I had to come back and double back on the previous story about the TikToker, the famous TikToker named Terryon Ishmael Thomas, aka Mr Prada, who actually has over 8.3 million followers across his TikTok accounts, right? Who allegedly offed his therapist. Well, it was brought to my attention that rumor has it that he did that because when he was like 11 or 12, the same therapist molested him, right? So let's clear that up right now. According to ABC 7 News, let's read this. A former accusation of molesting a patient. In 2015, Abraham, who's the same one who passed away at the hands of this TikToker, right? He was accused of molesting an 11-year-old boy during a counseling session. The boy was allegedly so upset after the session that he told his family he never wanted to see Abraham again. During a session with a new counselor, the boy told his new counselor about the alleged molestation by Abraham. Abraham was arrested at the time and booked into the East Baton Rouge Parish Prison, where he was later released after posting a $25,000 bond, records show.
A Baton Rouge therapist is under investigation. He was charged with child molestation.
However, prosecutors did not bring the case to trial. While there was probable cause for an arrest, my office had to determine if the evidence supported our burden at trial, which is proof beyond a reasonable doubt, District Attorney Hiller Moore told WAFB this week. This matter was under review by my office for approximately 2 years. After considering all available evidence, the best interest of the child, and the lack of any inculpatory statements by the arrestee, we declined to institute formal charges. Okay, so with that being said, it would make sense as to why he would come and do this years later, right? But there's one problem. According to the lawyer who represented him, Ambeau, he said that Mr. Prada is not the person who was in this case in 2015, okay? As y'all see, it says here, Ambeau represented Abraham in the 2015 case and said Thomas was not the alleged victim in the case.
And said the 11-year-old back then was not Terryon Thomas.
It's unequivocally not him, Ambeau told WAFB on Wednesday. Now, if we do the math, which I grabbed my calculator and did, in 2015, the person who was the victim was 11. So by now, they would be 20. And guess what? Mr. Prada is 20. So it makes sense that that was him. But the lawyer is saying that that wasn't him. But I would assume that if a lawyer tells such lies, that he could be disbarred and face legal action, especially from the family, right? Because, like, why are you lying? Furthermore, I feel as though as a therapist, he should have got his license taken just for these allegations alone. I don't know. I don't want to speculate, but it is mighty fishy that in 2015 he was 11 and the victim would now be 20 and he's 20 now and he's doing this, and they're saying that there's no motive, but that seems to be the motive. But I mean, the lawyer is saying that that wasn't him.
An 11-year-old patient claimed Abraham had touched him inappropriately during a therapy session.
And let me just reinstate that he did use blunt force trauma, and police say that it was a violent killing. And usually when someone kills in this manner, it's personal. And I do understand that just because it's a coincidence that it may not be him, according to this attorney, that doesn't mean that this therapist did not do the same as other patients. In this example, Mr. Prada, as you know, it's a pattern with these predators. I'm just saying. And what struck me the most is that this therapist used to be a Catholic priest. And unfortunately, what he did allegedly aligns with some of these Catholic priests. So I'm not trying to speculate. I'm just trying to give you guys more to the story that I missed in the other post that you guys wanted me to highlight, okay? So once again, in 2015, the same therapist who Mr. Prada unalived with blunt force trauma allegedly victimized an 11-year-old who would now be 20, and Mr. Prada is now 20. But again, the lawyer who represented the priest turned therapist is saying that Thomas is not the alleged victim in the case. So there you have it. But like I said, the story is still developing, so the true reason why he did this may come out. Plus, if that attorney lied on behalf of his deceased client, the truth will come out soon as well.
This case is still under investigation.
All in all, my heart goes out to the victim. Child, I just wish that people will stop touching kids, stop victimizing kids, leave these kids alone, let them be kids. Like, it's just too many stories, especially lately. And obviously, it's been going on for a long time in history of adults in high positions of trust abusing kids. I don't like it. But what are y'all thinking? We really want to know. So leave your thoughts below. Like and share this video. Subscribe to this channel. And if you haven't done so yet, be sure to hit that bell to join the notification gang. PetTeaBlog.com signing out.